Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the big house has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Right side, it's Chandler. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to squeak through the pile. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throws for the tight end. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Still on his feet at the 25. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Underwood to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Slings it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Underwood unloads it left. He's got it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And make it a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside. It's Martin. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for room. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sets his feet, it's Montgomery. Out wide right, it's shot. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from, and all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Drops back on first down. Throws to the back. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Breaks into the open. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll move the tight end. Throwing, Underwood. Dumps it to the back. Right on the money. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Trying to get the corner. The handoff. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
The give to the left side. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Martin. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fights off a defender. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the direct snap, it's Marsh. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time are really good at it, but tried to sneak attack and it did not work.
All over him immediately.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll run it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Underwood in the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Turning it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Looking for a man. It's Montgomery. Out wide left. It's shot. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46.
Here we go. Ready. Where did he go?
Powers inside. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
Into the secondary on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Keeps it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Marsh. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here's Underwood to throw. Fires it incomplete. Quarterbacks love to have a big target out there, and as big as this dude is, needed a bigger target that time.
It's tough to miss a target that big, Reese. You put those guys in there and you know I'm going to throw it up to him and let him make a play. I just didn't know I could throw it that far, or I was that strong, or really I didn't know you were that bad where you could miss that big of a target.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Out wide right, it's Hansen. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
The Wolverines trying to cash it in on first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Again, it's Underwood. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Makes the grab in the corner. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moving the pocket, it's Montgomery. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is shot. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Martin. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the field.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Escapes the pressure going right. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Rides to the back. Sees an alley. Maybe some room here. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Underwood. Fires quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw one first. He's going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the San Jose State Spartans taking on the number 17 team, the Wyoming Cowboys. And it's San Jose State able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Going to the run to start this second half. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Across the 15. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Back to pass, it's Montgomery. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Out wide left, it's shot. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Upstairs to make the catch. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Montgomery. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on 4th and short. You pick up the first down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
Back's got it on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Swamped immediately.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third. Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's past the marker. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
You know, there's a lot of receivers that would be scared running over the middle of the field on a slant throw like that, with those linebackers hovering around in there and those safeties coming crashing down. It's very brave play there by the slot receiver.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Punt is on its way. And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He's past the sticks. He's into the open down the middle. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that.
Number 15, set to advance on the football.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeps it on the ground. Nowhere to go.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Right back to the well. Driven back.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Quarterback changing the play. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. He's going for a big play downfield. Leaping grab for a big gain. Into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Keeps it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for the edge. That one's not even close. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Punt is on its way. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That's their freshman starting wide receiver, and we hope he's not out of the game too long. Holly will keep an eye on things for us. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Chandler. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
The Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Barker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Sets his feet, it's Montgomery. And they're not on the same page there.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 30. Hits the crease. Touchdown!